Hello and welcome to our mini lesson for Unit 1, Lesson 2. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about variables. We're going to take our questions from page 4 and some questions that I just made up. So let's go ahead and take a look at these questions, and they should be similar to the things that you'll see in the quizzes. Our first type of question is this one. 2 times 3 minus 5 times 10. This is a question to show us the order of operations. When we see order of operations, we need to do what's inside the parentheses first, and then we'll take care of our subtraction and addition, whatever's in between, whatever's outside of the parentheses. So in our first step, we're going to do 2 times 3 is 6. And the minus sign stays the same, and then 5 times 10 is 50. So that would be our next step. We've just done what's inside the parentheses here, what's inside the parentheses here. And now we can remove the parentheses because there's nothing left to do inside them. And just say 6 minus 50, and 6 minus 50 is negative 44. Alright, 6 minus 50 is negative 44. Alright, so our answer is a negative in this case. If we'd done it backwards, it'd be 50 minus 6 and it'd be positive 44, but that just means that the numbers were negative, and you can punch that into the calculator or just do the math in your head, whichever way works. The next question has division, division, division. And we're going to do the same thing. We do what's inside the parentheses first, and then we'll take care of the rest. So 20 divided by 2 is 10, and of course I have to insert a divided by sign here, and the only one they have is huge. So we've got a massive divided by sign. Alright, and 25 divided by 5 is equal to 5. Okay, and the parentheses can simply be removed, and so we could have 10 divided by 5, and so our answer is going to be 2. Alright, so that's how we would do that type of question. First you do what's inside the parentheses, and then you take care of whatever is left over. Our third type of question comes from the textbook, page 4, and this is number 30 from page 4. We're going to say that x is equal to, I think it was 2 actually, not is equal to x. X is equal to, let me look it up, x equals 2. I'm going to get rid of x is equal to x because that was just a typo, which I tend to do. X equals 2, y equals 3, z equals 4, and we have to solve this equation. So what we do is we simply plug in the numbers. This is called substitution. When we substitute the numbers for the values that they have there, the variables, I'm sorry, that they have. Alright, and in here I've used two sets of parentheses, but I just substituted z equals 4 and x equals 2. And when numbers are right next to variables like that, it's an implied multiplication. Alright, so you can write that as either parentheses, so this means 4 times 4. This means 4 times z. Z is equal to 4, and it's 4 times 4. So we can just replace that value. 4 times 4 is 16, and 8 times 2 is 16. And so our answer for question 30 on page 4 is 0. The next question asks us to find a value for m. Now we can do this in a couple different ways. We can start plugging in numbers for m. Alright, so we'll try like 1, 2, actually let's try 0, 1, 2, and 3. And we could try these numbers and see what happens when we do them. Okay, so we'll plug in m equals 0. 0 plus 5 equals 5. 5 equals 5. And that's correct. Alright, now let's try 1. 1 plus 5 is equal to 5. And that is 6 is equal to 5. And that is not right. Okay, and we can try 2. All right, and as you see, the farther along we get, the farther it comes from being right. 6 is equal to 5, 7 is equal to 5. So if we plug 3 in there, 3 and 5 is 8. That's obviously not equal to 5. So our answer is 0. 0 is going to be the only value that we can use for m here. Okay, so 0 is the only one that's going to work. Let's look at another type of question on page 4, number 43. We have y plus 3 equals 3 plus y. And we can do the same thing where we just try a series of numbers 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we'll just enter in these numbers and try and see what happens. So first off, we're going to substitute y equals 0. Okay, well that was pretty good. It worked out. 0 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 0. 3 is equal to 3. We've got one. 0 is a solution. Well, let's keep going and see what else we get here. And this may seem a little bit silly at this point, but we're going to continue on. Ooh, we have a second solution that works. Now let's try 2. 3 plus 2, 2 plus 3. Oh my goodness, we're getting all sorts of solutions here. All right, and if we plug in 3, 3 and 3 is equal to 3 plus 3, and we get 6. All right, so 6 is on both sides, so that's correct. And we'll find that anything you put into this solution or into this equation is going to work. So the solution then is all numbers. Okay, if you see a question like that and you substitute in a bunch of numbers, you try and work with a bunch of numbers, and they all work, then your answer would be all numbers. Okay, so that would be the solution for this question. Sorry, I just shut my mic up there. I was talking to myself, I guess. One more thing I'd like to say as we're coming to the end here. We are going to get into something called sets. And in this case, 0, 1, 2, and 3, that is our set. Okay, so we'll talk about that a little bit more. But when you take a series of numbers and you're plugging them all in, those are called sets. Okay, so that's just something for the future. You'll see that in future lessons. So I hope that this has been helpful. Good luck on your quiz and have a great day.